Today we're going to talk about the skincare products you do not need in your skincare routine so that you can feel better about your skincare purchases and only use the products that really bring value to your skincare routine. I thought the best way to do this would be to go through my morning and evening skincare routine and highlight those steps that really aren't essential, but I still like doing them. But first, today's video is sponsored by City Beauty, and I'm so happy about the sponsorship. City Beauty sent me along some products in PR, I want to say last summer, end of summer, early fall, to try out. And for those of you who don't understand how PR works, brands usually reach out and ask content creators if you would like to receive some products as a gift. There's no obligation to post. Of course, however, the brands are hoping you're going to like the products and be able to talk about them. And that's really what happened with City Beauty. They sent me these lip glosses to try, and that's what I want to talk about today. I am all about lip gloss, and I know some people say, hey, you're approaching 50, should you really be wearing a lip gloss? And the answer to that is absolutely yes. I really do hate it when people say you're too old for this or too old for that. I posted about these lip glosses organically over on TikTok and Instagram because I just kept reaching for them in my morning makeup routine. City Beauty is a cruelty-free brand that began with a single product, and it was this. Their City Lips Plumping Gloss, and oh my goodness, it is divine. Its formula visibly smooths the look of my lips, and the hydration in the formula literally plumps the look of my lips. Granted, full lips have never been an issue for me. Thankfully, my parents' genetics came through to me that give me a fuller lip, but I do notice that my lips have thinned over the years as I age. There are hyaluronic acid spheres in the formulation, which, just like in skincare, act to draw hydration to the surface area of the lips, which in turn smooth out the look of your fine lines and wrinkles and help to give that plumpness factor to your lips. There's also oligopeptides in the formulation that help to tackle volume in the lips, as well as moisturizing ingredients like jojoba oil that really help to nourish and protect and hydrate your lips throughout the day. I'm not surprised at all that this lip gloss has received a cult-like following over on Instagram, as well as being featured on TV and winning the prestigious Good Housekeeping Awards. I wear this a lot. It's my go-to no makeup days where I really want a natural finish. I guess the other reason why I really like lip gloss is that I don't typically go for a big glam look. Unless I'm doing a photo shoot or some big event, which is very rare, I tend to have a more natural approach to my makeup routine. So these other colors are really perfect for my natural makeup look when I'm going out for dinner with friends or my hubby or just going to work. I'd say the color I wear the most is this one, and this is the color I'm wearing now. It's called Pink Nude, and I think it just really suits my skin tone and a natural makeup look. It applies beautifully to my lips. I think this shade just has a beautiful natural finish to it. When I want a darker shade and a matte look, then I go for this one, which is Pink Taupe. While I typically go for the more glossy type lip glosses, I do like having a matte look every now and then, and this color I think really suits my skin tone as well. And I brought this one on a recent Caribbean vacation because I think it just screams fun in the sun, and it's called San Diego. Look at how the sparkles catch in the sunshine. I just think this is such a beautiful gloss. All of the information about City Beauty and their City Lip Plumping Glosses will be in the description box below. Thanks again to City Beauty for sponsoring this portion of today's video. And let's get into our video on de-influencing. The concept of de-influencing is really about influencing you on what not to buy. So it's actually still influencing. Maybe I have to change the title of this video. Whatever we want to call it, I know there's some of us who really prefer a very basic skincare routine with the most minimal amount of steps required to achieve the best results. Others of us love our 10-step or more skincare routines and love to layer on all kinds of different products regardless of the cost and the time it takes. Something indulgent about that, and I'm all about self-care. Drop a comment below. How many steps, including cleansing, are in your skincare routine? In both my morning and evening skincare routine, I start with a cleanser. One item to de-influence is your cleanser. I know you've just fallen off your chair or couch or bed. Let me explain. Do you need a cleanser? Well, your skin needs to be clean. That has been established. However, in the morning, I actually opt to cleanse my skin with water only, therefore eliminating the need to actually purchase a cleanser for that routine. The evening routine is a different story. Because I wear makeup, sunscreen, and just acquire dirt, debris, pollution, God knows what else throughout the day on my face, I have to use a cleanser to get that all off. Water simply wouldn't do the trick. And my preference in the evening is to double cleanse. Can we de-influence double cleansing? Yes, you just need to be sure you're actually getting your face clean. If your single cleanse does enough to get rid of all of that stuff off of your face and give you a clean palette to work from, you're okay. A good test to see if your cleanser is adequate is after you're done cleansing, just dampen a cotton round and swipe it across your face. If you see dirt, debris, makeup, oil, whatever on that, you know you're not doing a great job at cleansing and you may need to adjust your cleansing routine. But if your single cleanse is doing the trick, keep on carrying on. Look at this, we're only at cleansing and we've already eliminated a step. Bet you didn't think I was going to say that. Typically, next in both my morning and evening skincare routine, I tone my skin or use a toner. Can we de-influence toners? Yes. Toners historically were put in place because the soap that was being used to cleanse the skin would alter the skin's pH so much that a toner was required to rebalance the pH of the skin. With the types of cleansers we have nowadays, that's not necessarily an issue, so the toner doesn't have the same sort of responsibility anymore. However, toners are often formulated now with very hydrating and soothing ingredients, so it's not that they're bad for your skin. In fact, it's a great way to get extra hydration into your skin, but is it necessary? No. Next in my skincare routine, I often like to use an essence. Do you need an essence in your skincare routine? No, we can de-influence essences as well. And for many of you who don't understand what an essence is, it's kind of thought of to be a little bit of a hybrid between a toner and a serum. It's more about the texture that's different. It tends to be more watery, but similar to toners is usually packed with hydration and nourishing, nutrient-rich ingredients that can have benefit to the skin. But can you find those nourishing ingredients in other steps of your skincare routine? Yes, and that's why we can de-influence an essence. Next is normally the treat section of my routine, and this is normally where a serum is placed in your routine. Or an ampoule. Have you ever heard of an ampoule before? Can you guess what I'm going to say? Many of you probably have never even heard of an essence or an ampoule. So that in itself is a good indication you don't need them in your skincare routine. Ampoules are usually considered really high-powered serums. So the active ingredients in ampoules are usually higher, more concentrated, and it's intended to deliver a really targeted effect on the skin. Can we de-influence ampoules? Yes, I think they're not necessary unless they're really what you're using to be in that treat section of your routine, which mostly can be achieved by a serum. But the question is, do you really need to treat your skin? Well, that is completely relative. If you're dealing with hyperpigmentation, that might be something you want to tackle. Fine lines and wrinkles, or acne, or dehydrated skin. This is the section of your routine that you're typically going to really focus on products that treat that particular thing. For me, my morning skincare routine is all about protection and a little bit of well-aging or anti-aging thrown into it as well. So I typically like to focus on using a vitamin C serum because that helps to brighten the skin, and vitamin C is also a great antioxidant. Antioxidants are really, in my opinion, necessary in a morning skincare routine because they help to fight off free radical damage that your skin is exposed to throughout the day. That free radical damage, where it comes from the sun, from pollution, from being out in this crazy world of ours, causes cell damage at a cellular level in your skin and can contribute to the aging process. So using antioxidants can help ward off some of that damage. That's why it's an essential step for me. But that is my skin goal in my morning skincare routine. You may have something completely different. And when you have multiple skin issues, like I do, I should say my skin is combination dehydrated, sensitive prone, and rosacea prone. And aging. So I have a lot of things I could be targeting with my serums in the treat section of my routine. What I have found from consistent use is that targeting one thing will usually help other things in your skincare routine as well. So for me, when I target my rosacea and really focus on skin barrier repair and skin barrier health, it helps to improve the look of my fine lines and wrinkles because my skin is healthier. Let me know if you'd want a video just outlining very specific products for targeted skin concerns. In my evening routine, the product I like to rely on probably most heavily to treat my skin is a retinoid. You are never going to catch me de-influencing a retinoid. It just has so many skin benefits. It helps to increase skin cell turnover. It's actually proven through clinical research to reverse the signs of aging. But another questionable topic to de-influence might be exfoliation. Do we need to exfoliate daily? That really depends on your skin. The answer is no for me, so I can absolutely de-influence exfoliating my skin daily. It just doesn't work with my skin type. But if you're dealing with very oily, acne, and congested skin, you may need to exfoliate daily. That might be what your skin needs. If you're like me, you can get away with exfoliating only once or twice per week. One thing we can de-influence, however, is really harsh exfoliating scrubs. Going back to my youth, that was kind of the norm when it came to the term exfoliation. Using something that was very abrasive to be able to slough off and scrub off the top layers of your skin. And maybe even some bottom layers too. My preference is to use exfoliating acids. Now, they can have a propensity for irritation as well, don't get me wrong, but used correctly, they are very effective in exfoliating the skin. I've recently done a video all about acids, so I'll link that one for you at the end of this video as well. Next, either in my morning or evening skincare routine, I would typically apply an eye cream. Is this a product we can de-influence? Absolutely yes. You just don't need to spend the extra money on what's usually a very small packaging for a small amount of product for an eye cream. You can actually get the benefits of your regular moisturizer if you're using it up and around your eyes, and even your serums too. Just be careful on some of the active ingredients, like for instance, using a retinoid. It may be fine for your face, but it may not be fine for the delicate skin area around your eyes. But for most of us looking for hydration and nourishment around the eyes, you can get everything you want by bringing your other skincare products around your eyes too. Next, in my morning and evening skincare routine, I typically apply a moisturizer. Can we de-influence a moisturizer? Maybe. And I say that because depending on your skin, you may actually not require a moisturizer in your morning routine because you should always be applying a sunscreen every morning. And for some people, the moisturizing properties in a sunscreen are more than enough to provide adequate moisturization for the day. You will never, ever, ever catch me de-influencing a sunscreen. Sunscreen is one of the most important steps in your skincare routine. It helps to prevent premature aging, helps to deflect that free radical damage, and of course helps to prevent skin cancer. So you might be able to skip the moisturizer in favor of a sunscreen in the morning, but I wouldn't skip a moisturizer in your evening skincare routine because you don't need to apply a sunscreen at night. So here's the rundown of the essentials. In the morning, you need to cleanse. Questionable whether you need a cleanser or not, and protect your skin. Cleansing and sunscreen would be the bare minimum of a skincare routine that I could think of. And in the evening, cleanse, treat, and moisturizer, and you could potentially take that treatment section out if you don't have any skin issues that you need to target. Wow, we de-influenced a lot out of my skincare routines. Will I stop using my favorite toners, essences, serums, layering skincare on? For me, no, because I actually enjoy the process. I love trying out different products, and I like having a multi-step skincare routine. However, I have rosacea, so when my skin flares up, it's the first thing I do to scale my skincare routine back to the very basics to get my skin barrier under control. So when that happens, I absolutely implement very basic skincare routines like this. But for those of you looking to slim down your skincare routine so you can prioritize your purchases on other things in your life, I hope this has helped. I'll link below some of my favorite products in the categories we talked about today. Thank you again to City Beauty for sponsoring today's video, and as always, thanks for watching, and I hope you have a fabulous day.